Hi everyone, welcome back. It's been a while. I have been busy with some real life things, been in the lab as well, cooking up some new magic decks, and today I have one that I am excited to show you. I am calling it Jeskai Sentinel. It is a base blue-white deck splashing red for Expressive Iteration and some red cards in the sideboard. And it is trying to narrowly attack the Delver and control strategies while having a good generic plan versus combo. So I'll kind of break it down and explain. Starting with the namesake card, Esper Sentinel, which is a 1-mana 1/1. When an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card unless that player pays X, where X is Esper Sentinel's power. So this has been seeing some play in Modern, and I kind of wanted to see how it would work in Legacy. And my base assumption was that it would work pretty well, given that Legacy is more spell-centric than Modern is and has less creatures. And that has been my experience so far. This card performs super well, especially against the Delver strategies. Just being a 1-mana creature that you can run out, and it's just always going to trade up on mana with the opponent. Like, even if the opponent lightning bolts it, you're trading a 1-mana spell for a 2-mana spell on their part. And that's a good exchange for you. And that's like kind of like the floor, the absolute floor of what this card can do, where sometimes the opponent doesn't have the removal spell, they have to cantrip for it. And they take their whole turn to cantrip, they pay 2 mana for Ponder, and then you get to untap your things. Whenever the opponent is tapped out, when you have this card in play, you basically get to just play all your spells into Daze or Force of Will, and you just don't care, because if they Daze or Force of Will it, this card draws a card for your trouble, and so you're just pulling ahead on cards, pulling ahead on advantage. And just in general, against the counterspell decks of the format, getting to tax them twice in a turn cycle, once on their turn and once on your turn, is very powerful. And it also stacks, so multiples mean the opponent will have to pay 2 mana each time. And then one other synergy is that it X is the power, it's just not 1 every time, and so you'll see this 1 of Sword of Fire and Ice looking a little bit weird in the deck without Stoneforge Mystic. I was originally building a deck with Stoneforge Mystic in it, and it had, the equipment package, and very similar stuff is going on here. It had some more creatures as well. And what I found was that, well, my initial thought was that Stoneforge with the equipment makes Sentinel better. We want to maximize Sentinel. And kind of what I found was that Esper Sentinel is just a good card. You don't need to fully construct your deck around maximizing it. It is just a good card by itself. And what I found was happening when I played against combo is that, you see in this build, I don't have any Force Negations. I don't have any Flusterstorms. And so, okay, my combo opponent plays stuff into Sentinel. Sentinel's drawing some cards, but there's so few cards in the deck that matter, that interact with the opponent in a reasonable way, that it didn't matter. And by trying to make Sentinel better, I was actually making it worse, which sounds weird, but kind of makes sense when you think about my opponent's going off on a combo turn. I have 2 Sentinels in play. They let me draw 2 cards. What did I draw? I drew Stoneforge Mystic, and I drew Jite, or I drew Stoneforge and I drew Expressive Iteration, and that doesn't stop them on their combo turn. So I think making the deck much more control-y with 2 extra Force Negations, a Flusterstorm in the main, and then 2 Counterbalance as well, really actually is what you want to do to maximize this card instead of playing it with like Stoneforge Mystic. And I think this card is just good enough as a standalone combined with Sentinel, that you don't need the extra ways to find it. Counterbalance might seem a little weird in the deck. It's kind of feels old, it feels outdated, but it combines really well with Sentinel, just as like a tempo style strategy where if they're paying 2 mana for a 1-mana spell and then it gets countered, that's kind of a lot worse than their 1-mana spell getting countered. That just means that they have much less that they can do with their turn. Also, these cards synergize kind of well together, where you can make them either pay the extra mana before they see what's on top with Counterbalance, or you could potentially let Counterbalance counter it first if you know the top card will counter it. Like, if you know there's a 2-mana spell on top and they cast a 2-mana spell, you just flip it to Counterbalance before asking them if they want to pay for Sentinel. And then also, if you had Brainstorm stuff and you put a 1-mana spell 2 spaces down and a 2-mana spell on top of it, and then cast a 1-mana spell, you can stack the Sentinel trigger first, and if they have to, or if they can't pay, you draw the card, and then the lower card is a 1-mana spell to counter it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is these two work really well together. They're very synergistic in the sense that they are both sometimes card advantage and sometimes tempo, which is like a weird thing for a card to be. Usually a card is like one or the other, but the fact that these like are sometimes either one makes them synergize very well with each other. Other than that, a few Jaces, a couple expressives. Sorry, I have these things cut off. I'm playing the full 4 iteration, the full 4 swords. I think this gives you the best shot at beating Delver. And then I guess one last point to mention is that post board counterbalance against the Delver deck is incredibly strong because you're bringing in a lot of 1-drops as well. So you're bringing in Pyroblast, you're bringing in Gut Shots, you're bringing in Fluster and Hydroblast, and so you go up to 28 1-mana spells against the Delver deck, and so your counterbalance is actually just 50-50 to blind flip on 1-drops, and they play a lot of 1-drops as well. So it's the main reason I wanted the second one here was because it's so good against Delver, especially post board. Just running out the sidebar real quick, some surgicals for the graveyard decks as well as like the arrow strategies. Dress Down just like is a generically good card against things like Taxes and Elves and Thassa's Oracle, things like this. Pyroblast for the blue decks. Alpine Moon is to help against Urza's Saga. And then I have some generic catch-alls like Engineered Explosives. And then Mentor and Quarter Grace I also kind of view as generic catch-alls where if you... Because this is like kind of a metagamed deck, you know? It's built specifically to be good against Delver and Control with the counterbalances and like the Sentinels and like the Blasts. If you run into something where it's like you weren't quite prepared for it, killing them quickly is always like a good, kind of thing to fall back on. And so Court of Grace and Monastery Mentor can like be very good versus things like lands, or Monastery Mentor can be good versus things like elves where you just need to survive for a turn. You have enough removal where you can usually survive, then like you untap with Mentor and you kill them very quickly. That is about all I have for now. I think we should jump into some games and see these new cards in action. So let's do that now. All right, so really sorry about that. My camera was not recording for game 1 of this round. We're playing against lands. We did manage to take game 1 off the back of multiple Esper Sentinels and a Counterbalance. However, I do think Sentinel's kind of weak in the matchup. This hand is really slow. It doesn't have any like early interaction. This one is much better. I'm going to keep this and then... I think it's one of these two blue cards, either Snap or Brainstorm. I think I'm going to bottom the Brainstorm. Snapcaster is just really good with Surgical in this matchup. And then I have Ending for like early explorations or Mox Diamonds or things of this nature. That's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Alright, so I'm going to start with Surgical here. Decide how I want to do this turn. Alright, their hand's kind of bad. I'm going to Ending the Mox Diamond. Got them off green mana. And I'll use this instead of like fetching for a Tundra, just because if they like peel a Wasteland, I want to have blue mana. Obviously, this means I have no chance to play Counterbalance on turn 2, but that's like okay. I'll take this off my hand stuff. I guess I can look at their deck while they're taking their time. So they have 2 Dark Depths. Choke is like maybe something to be worried about. I'm gonna fetch for a basic island. I know they have the Force of Vigor, but like if they have to 2-for-1 themselves to answer this counterbalance, I'm okay with that. That's fine. And basically, my thought process is if they draw Wasteland, I want to have at least like one source of mana. It's fine. It's like a little annoying with Snapcaster, but like not that big a deal. I unfortunately do need to like start drawing pressure, otherwise the zombies are gonna take over. Yeah, they're already 6 mana away from zombies. Very frustrating. But I have Mentor in the deck, which can help for sure. That's cool. That's good. Hard to know about. I'm surprised I didn't use the Force of Vigor first. That's rough. I think because I know they have the Force of Vigor, I'm gonna shuffle. Not bad. I can't Snap Ponder right now. So they have Crop Rotation, Force of Vigor, 1 unknown. I'm actually just gonna Swords this. I know this sucks. But I'm hoping to draw a Chord of Grace. And then I was gonna say I'm hoping to draw a Chord of Grace, force the Force of Vigor. And hope that my stuff takes over the game. Now, of course, I do have the Crop Rotation. Which is awkward. I'm hoping there's either a 1 or a 4 on top of here. There's a 0. So do I force to keep the Monarchy? Because the problem is, like, so I can force to keep the Chord of Grace around, but they have the zombie, like they can Crop Rotate for a zombie this turn. I'm actually just gonna let this happen, keep the Monarch, and then I'm gonna force the Crop Rotation instead. I'm gonna get rid of this just because I'm trying to figure out like what to surgical here. Anything. I think the answer is nothing. It's a rough draw step. Yeah, I definitely have to ending a token here. Maybe I'm supposed to hit a land. They have... How many fetch lands do they have? They only have 2 fetch lands. Maybe I'm not supposed to hit a land. They only played 2 more crop rotations. I think I'm just gonna save it for like when they try to loam something. I think this is fine. So I'm gonna go for Snap plus Brainstorm when they attack. Oh, I don't know why. Okay, well, don't have Brainstorm in there, but I'm gonna go for Snap Swords, I guess. I hope they didn't peel choke. Second Field of the Dead. That's so gross. Alright, well. Definitely have to pay for this. Likely losing this one. Just, I didn't really have pressure, and then they just had Field of the Dead, and then just drew, like, running lands. But that does happen sometimes. My out is to find Alpine Moon. Do they bring in, like... They still have Punishing Fires, okay. I just want to see if they have Pyroblast as well. They don't have Pyroblast at all. That's very important to know about. Interesting. Oh, I'm gonna play Jace. I think I don't want the surgical at this point in the game. So it's close. It's like I have the one. I'm actually going to. No, I'm gonna ponder first here. Hope to find the Alpine Moon. Alpine Moon, let's go. Alright, and then I feel like they have crop rotation. Maybe they don't. Force of Vigor, another one they could have had. Sure. That's gonna be rough for me. Yeah, I think even with this plus Jace, just the double Field of the Dead is gonna get me. I could have Surgical with Force of Vigor, but that's such a specific thing where it's just like, I would need to ponder into the card. You know. So I guess now I'm looking for Mentor. Huh. I could Swords a token now. I think that's not worth it. I actually think I'm going to -1, play this, and then Swords a token. This basically gives me like an extra turn before like the... It basically delays a turn and like the Monarchy is going for another turn. If one of the last cards is Crop Rotation or Punishing Fire, I'm in trouble. It's a pretty good one. Attacking Jace. I'm still gonna Swords it. I have to do this eventually. Gross. Yeah. It's fine. Alright. Now I have to find Mentor. I found 3 lands. I don't really know what I can draw. Yeah, they have 2 more Force of Fingers. Yeah. I think the one thing you could have argued that like maybe I should have done differently was forcing the Force of Vigor on my spells. The issue is like they get a zombie token and yeah, okay. The issue is they would crop rotate for a zombie token and then steal the monarchy back. But then the turn after that, I would make a spirit, and like the turn after that, I could maybe attack and get the monarchy back. But I think in the long run I was going to lose that game. And I have no sweepers here, so it's like, I don't really have outs. But they've been playing pretty slowly, and I think it's fine to have them waste the other like 30 seconds off their clock. All right. Don't want to change anything. I think the answer is no. This seems good. I think I just need to draw better. Close game for sure. Also, I don't think they have Urza Saga. I'm gonna double check. They don't. This is the poor man's version of the deck, where you're playing the, in general, much worse Field of the Dead, but, you know, Urza Saga is a $50 card, so I don't help you. Also, no Valakut exploration. Is it possible I don't want the Hydroblast? I think that's no, like, I don't really know what else I'd bring in. I do think that Mentor is going to be very powerful, based on their deck configuration. They have like Punishing Fire to deal with it, and that's it. And like any instant stops that pretty easily. I'll keep this. I'm actually going to play the Sanctuary taps first, because it's like not going to be turned on for a while. There's a reasonable chance I want to fetch Plateau with this anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna do that just to play around choke a little bit. Sure. Okay. I don't think this stuff does it. I mean, I guess Sentinel's not bad. I will play it. That's not bad. I'm gonna attack first. Kind of awkward that I didn't find any way to get like a basic planes. Crop rotation. Wonder what they're gonna get. Probably Wasteland, maybe? Actually, I don't know anymore. Because, like, you already have access to Wasteland, so hard to say. Oh, sure, Ghost Quitter. Interesting. I wonder if they... No, they definitely saw the basic planes. I'll bluff something, I don't know. Yeah, a little awkward to just not draw Surgical, any of my 6 forces, or even a Brainstorm to put like potentially a 2-drop on top for the counterbalance, but you know, sometimes that happens. I'm going to do this first, okay, because if I hit a Brainstorm, that'll be nice. That's so gross, just 1 turn too slow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, everything was 1 turn too slow this game. That's a little annoying. I mean, I guess that helps. Definitely don't mind getting to draw this Brainstorm. No 2s on top, huh? So what am I putting back? What's my best shot to win? I feel like my best shot to win is to somehow get to Quarter Grace, but at the same time I don't see how that can happen. I guess if I draw a Surgical, I feel like this card doesn't really do much right now. This can stop me from losing to a Merit Lage. I'm gonna do this. It's fine. I'll get a... Looking for lands and 2-drops. That works. It's also fine. They did Dredge Loam. So I'm gonna do this first. It would be nice to... Okay, so I think... Is the play to Force Pitch Jace or Force Pitch Dress Down? That's a close one. Obviously I'm playing the Quarter Grace. It's just what comes next after that. I think Jace is unlikely to be able to get cast. So I'm gonna do... Yeah, I'm gonna Force Pitch Jace. I think Dress Down is like more like the daily cycle for a card. And I definitely just like... Okay, they have Dark Depths. I definitely want to draw the land so I can play the Quarter Grace. I think if I make the first Angel, I'm in really good shape. Which it looks like is going to be happening, because they didn't have Force of Vigor. That's good for me, obviously. Do this, obviously. Ooh. Okay. I'm actually gonna hit the loam. I could have hit Wasteland too. It looks like they drew Force of Vigor. One turn too late. Oh no, that's not, because I get to... That sucks. Okay. They have Yavimaya, which is really unfortunate. Now they just get to force my spells. And even though I have the Monarchy, it just doesn't matter. That makes sense. Yeah, well, I will expressive. I don't think I have lands to fetch left with this. It's really unfortunate. I think I need the Snapcaster Mage. So I will take it. Whoops. Kind of forgot that I was still a Monarch. Gonna be honest. I'm still gonna like play out the lands because like why not? I have this dress down, so it's like I want to play this out so that I can dress down the archetypes. I'm gonna do this instead of using the swords for the life game purposes. I guess I'll draw the card first. Cool. Right. I think I'm gonna brainstorm here. Well, okay, I'm gonna do this and then this. Now I'll play out the Snapcaster Mage. Alright, Force of Vigor, the last card. I kind of just want to establish dominance here. I'll name Field of the Dead. Okay. Sure. Actually, wouldn't matter that much, I don't think. I'm basically just showing that, like, I would have won here, even with, like, infinite time. Especially... Oops. Oh, that's actually fine. Yeah, like, even if we play out to completion, I super win this game. Oh shit, whatever. Again, doesn't matter here. Oh my god. What happened? Cool. Got a little nervous there for a sec, but yeah. So we won by time, and we dominatingly won the actual match too, so cool. I think lands is like a close matchup, but you have the tools to win. Like, basically, if you ever make a single angel off of the Court of Grace, like, you just don't lose those games. Same if I had found the Mentor earlier as well. But yeah, alright. Good games. I will be back for the next one. Alright, we are here for round 2 of the set. We have a good light source. We started recording during game 1. All good things. This hand is close to being good. It has like great interaction. It's just bad if your opponent's playing Wasteland. We don't draw mana source. We're on the draw though. I'm gonna keep. If you're on the play with this hand, I think with no cantrip, it's a mulligan. But it's like, it's not even guaranteed that opponent's on a Wasteland strategy. It just kind of sucks if they are. But it's like, they have to be on a Wasteland strategy, have Wasteland in their opening hand, and we don't draw mana sources in 2 draw steps. And then like cantrips kind of count for 50-50. I'm gonna Flusterstorm this. Brainstorm is really good, and I would have to go to discard if I miss. Alrighty. Unfortunately, it looks like they're likely playing Doomsday, and that means we've effectively mulliganed to 4. But it's nothing a good old-fashioned Brainstorm can't fix, right? Alright, so we can't play the Sentinel this turn, so I'm just going to draw the land. And then next turn play the Sentinel. And then I can decide if I want the 3rd mana source, which I probably do just because like it lets me do Snap Flusterstorm, which is like important. Notably, Sentinel is really good when your opponent is stuck on 1 mana source. I have to be honest with you. Unfortunately for us, that means that being stuck on 1 mana source. Well, they're gonna let me draw a card. So do I take the 2-for-1? This is really weird. Now I don't know what they're playing. Before I thought I did. So is it worth it to trade my Force of Will for the Fatal Push here? The thing is, I think they're likely to have a Force of Will of their own. So here's my thought process. If Force resolves, I'm like 2-for-2ing myself, you know, because this drew a card and, you know, Force, blah, blah, blah. 2-for-2ing myself. But then this is going to gain extra card advantage down the line. And if my Force trades with their Force now, it's like it was always going to do that. So I'm going to do this. So I'm taking a 2-for-2 trade here, no matter how you slice it, with the chance that Sentinel becomes extra cards down the line. Yeah, see? This is fine. These were always going to trade. And then this ends up being a 2-for-1. But it looks like my opponent is on some sort of a control deck, potentially with Witherbloom Apprentice. I'm gonna let him hit me. I think if I pass quickly, there's like some chance that he, or my opponent decides not to play anything. I'm gonna Swords this now though. Make sure I use some of my mana. Okay. So the problem here is that if I snap Ponder and like don't find a mana source, they have land plus guy plus a combo. I'm in bad shape. I think I'm just gonna hold. I'm like doing well, you know, it's 6 cards in hand to 3. I have good interaction here. So I could snap Swords this to get value off of Snapcaster Mage, but because I don't have another blue card in hand, again, I'm like dead to the combo. So. Oh, interesting, they're targeting their own graveyard. I'm going to Swords this when it attacks, though. Just because I have this Force blue card in hand right now. They probably have Flusterstorm in their deck, but if they Flusterstorm this, then they go down to 2 cards, and I can untap an ending. If they play out their guy, I have, sure. Weird card to have in your combo deck, but okay, I guess. I still think we're in okay shape. Because now that I have protection for the combo, if I draw another mana source, I do get to sure. Weird to target your own graveyard with endurance, but okay. Since I do get to snap Ponder. So the only thing maybe this game I could have done differently is just use Prismatic Ending on with the Blue Apprentice and just like dealt with it right away. I didn't like know how. Sure, I didn't know how kind of. I get blue white here. How mid-rangey their deck is. Like, it's super mid-rangey. You know, they're playing like Tarmogoyf and Endurance and stuff of this nature. I'm gonna do this first, see what happens. Force pitching Force. I'm gonna Brainstorm first. It's possible they have Daze. I think I'm past the point of playing around it. I think this is too much damage to let pass through.
Everything changes.
Am I supposed to ponder now? Yeah, sure, why not? I actually do think I want all this stuff. Just because 5 mana lets me play Sword of Fire and Ice plus equip it in a single turn. I'm gonna snap Ending, so I can do the line I talked about potentially. Yeah, and I really wish this was a Swords of Plowshares in my hand, so I think looking back, I should have just used the Ending, like, when I had the chance to. It's just like, if they just draw a, like the combo, I'm in bad shape. Do I want the Sword of Fire and Ice now? That's the question. It's a really tough question. I think so. I'm gonna attack here. Or do this, and then I have Snap Swords up right now. And if I like don't do anything to Ingress, then next turn I can play Sword and like swing or whatever. And hopefully that's good enough. I want to leave the Swords up just because I just feel like there's a good chance that they... Interesting. I feel like there's a good shot that they have. Chain of Smog is the last card in hand. It just makes so much sense as like a card they could have in their hand. I'm going to snap Brainstorm. Alright, so I'm gonna put deck this and this, and I'm gonna fetch for Swords to Plowshares. Like I'm gonna use Mystic Sanctuary to put Swords to Plowshares back on top of my library. I played Daze. I'm going to Brainstorm here. Alright, this is fine. I've already played a land for turn, so I don't really want to... maybe I should have attacked, just so that they have one less creature for the Jace. I'm gonna fetch a Plateau and use this. They might have Force Wall as their last card. Looks like they didn't. I'm gonna put this in hand, this on bottom, keep this in exile. Daze is a nice pickup here because if the last card is Force of Will, you know, it's bad for them. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna hold back because they can have endurance. I don't know what the last cards in hand are. Certainly one Chain of Smog. Like, one Chain of Smog is basically a given. The other two I'm not sure of. Because, like, the thing is they're not escaping the Uro, you know? And so I don't understand... That's fine. I don't understand why, you know... Usually the answer would be, like, they're holding up their mana for something, but I don't know what that something could be. This is fine because we have Karakas in play. I'm gonna Brainstorm first. Okay. Not bad to put some lands back. And I will... put this into play. And have this begin combat stop so that I can bounce the Uro. Yeah, it's possible I should have attacked with the Snapcaster a few turns ago. Fatal Push. I'm gonna hatch here. Now am I supposed to... I mean, I guess I don't really care if this gets hit, so it's fine. Because, like, it's not blocking anyway, I'm just gonna bounce the Uro. And I really want to get the Brainstorm off. With Jace. Even though, like, it's at 1 loyalty and the Baleful Strike's gonna hit it down, I think because I'm insulated from the combo with Counterbalance, you know, I have this Brainstorm that I can use to put Daze on top of the library. I'm fine using the swords on the Baleful Strikes. Just because my hand is getting a little bit bad, you know. Looks like I might get to Daze something. I pick up the Sanctuary. If I draw a fetch land off Jace, I can put this stuff back and then fetch the Sanctuary later to put either a 1 or a 2 on top. All good things. Yeah, I will Brainstorm now. Put back 2 lands. Just do this now. And I actually don't really think that there's any point in attacking. I'm gonna win the game with Jace. If I can just survive for long enough. I'm gonna counter this with the Mystic Sanctuary. I have a Brainstorm. And I have 2 cards in hand. I don't have any 3s left in the deck. In fact, there's only 1 3 left in the deck, a single Force of Negation. So I'm not going to Brainstorm in response. Suppose I could also find like Force of Wills, but I have the answer for this in play. I get that they're getting card advantage off of it, but like it doesn't really matter because the Jace is just getting so much card advantage. Interesting. I'm just gonna put 2 lands back. I'm gonna let the mana fade. See what they want to do, if anything. I'll attack. Decided they don't have things with haste. That's fine, that doesn't matter. So this in hand, this bottom, this here. I have Brainstorm for 1 or 3s, and then I have Force Negation for 2s. I am running low on cards. It's one thing to think about. So I think I have to start plussing with Jace. What is this targeting? Okay. Fine. Yeah, alright. So we're gonna start the Jace Plus train. Get rid of this stupid vegan combat stuff. Really intense games, really long games. think I'm very unlikely to lose. It's just a matter of if I can win. Jamie for 2. That's fine. I'd actually be more scared if they milled me. Like, I think if they mill me 3 cards, there's a bigger chance that I would have countered it. 17 is not that close to decking, but at the same time... but at the same time, like, this game is going to take a few more turns. I'm actually gonna just ending this. Like, I could bounce it with Karakas, but then they're drawing 2 cards every turn. I think that's a little too many for me. I am gonna put Force of Negation on the bottom. I think the way they win is if they Assassin's Trophy the Jace, basically. It's kind of like what it comes down to. Fine. I'm gonna do this so that they can't, like, their spells don't double kill me, basically. And depending on what they do, I actually think I'm gonna let this resolve. Basically, the thing I'm worried about is Flusterstorm. So, like, I don't want to swords them and then, like, they Flusterstorm my swords, and then it doesn't matter whether or not the swords resolves. What matters is that, I think I have to let that go. So, 1 ending, 2 ending, 3 ending. So there's 1 ending left in the deck. Okay. Right? 1 ending, 2 ending, 3 ending. Okay, yeah, so there's 1 ending left in the deck. Cool. Makes it easy. I'm gonna start by killing this. If we fight a fight, I want this off the board so that I don't die. I'm actually going to counter this. Just so that I know the last card's a land. I don't want them to draw Flusterstorm. Leave that on top. Kill this. They drew it, so they have 2 lands in hand. Force Will is a great pickup. Leave that on top, obviously. I think I would leave most things on top just to get them to waste a fetch land. But certainly, cards that don't matter are great cards to leave on top. The last card is Daze. Okay, cool. They conceded. 6 games. Okay, so their deck is like super mid-rangey. And okay, so they went through 42 cards, and we did not see a single Chain of Smog, which makes me think they probably have less than 4. That's my guess. I don't want too many. Boarding versus them is difficult because I don't want too many Pyroblasts because their combo is not blue based. But I think in general I'm just like trying to play a fair game for the most part. Maybe Quarter Grace is a little risky. They do play a ton of creatures, and like one of their creatures makes pest tokens. I'm gonna trim this for now, just bring the Mentor in. Basically I want all my removal because it's like Swords and Ending are both just like good versus what they're doing. And I want my Flusterstorms. 3 cards, there's so many cards to cut though. I think Sword of Fire and Ice is good. Whatever connects, it's really nice. The counterbalance there was pretty nice actually. I guess it gets a little worse given that they're gonna have less, or I have less 3s in the deck now, and they have a lot of 3s in their deck, it looks like. Daze on the draw, not great. I think that's an easy cut. I'm gonna trim 1 counterbalance just because again they have so many 3s in their deck. And they have Abrupt Decay anyway, so it's like less guaranteed to resolve. 2 Surgicals, that might be 1 too many, just because I'm leaving. Normally I bring in 2 Surgicals against the Euro decks, but that's when I'm cutting like 2 or 3 Swords of Plowshares. So I think that 1 Surgical is fine, because that just has like an answer to Euro basically. Alright, that's gonna be it. Alright, this hand's really good. Counterbalance with Daze. Just exactly what I want. Pyroblast potentially too. Obviously, I have a choice to make between Pyroblast and Swords. What I'm going to do is leave up this. If they put a Baleful Strix on the stack, I will Pyroblast it. If they put a Tarmogoyf on the stack, I'll Swords it. Obviously, it opens me up into Daze a little bit. I could choose to Daze back. I could choose to just let that happen and then play Counterbalance. With the Snapcaster Mage, I kind of don't mind either one getting Daze. If they play Sylvan Library, I think I'm gonna have to just Daze it and like take a super setback in tempo. It sucks. I chose not to fetch a Volk because, like, one, I didn't really necessarily think they'd fight over this, just because I'm holding up, like, Flusterstorm. And then 2, I just didn't want to be telegraphed. I telegraphed with like what's in my hand. If that makes any sense. This is like kind of perfect. It's just a matter of what I want. I think the Force of Will is what I don't want. So I'm gonna draw Mesa and on the ending underneath it. Like Force sounds good, like it makes you feel safe, but I don't think you need it. Sure. Yeah, I don't really want the Force here. And I don't want it on top of my library because my opponent is unlikely to play a 5-drop. It's possible this gets dazed. I'm not going to play around it. Cool, alright. I'll take that for sure. I could be dead to land guy, land combo piece, but you know, that's 3 of the last 4 cards, then 3 of the last 4 cards. But it doesn't necessarily mean you want Force of Will still. What is their hand? Their hand is likely to be in there. I'm gonna Expressive. I feel like they would have just gone for the combo if they had it. This not being a white land is awkward. Alright, I think what I'm going to do... Let's just play the Sentinel. Like, I think they just would have gone for the combo if they had it, so I'm fine. I'm fine holding up, not holding up the Swords to Plowshares there. And Expressive being a clean 2 for 1 here, putting Jace in hand. Awkward. Awkward. I think that's okay though. Just gonna ponder. I could Expressive again. I'm gonna ponder. Just because I think ponder's a little bit better. Because it can't miss. Like if Expressive misses, I take down Pyroblast, and I skip my turn basically, and both those things seem bad to me. They're not doing much of anything though, so I think next turn I will. Expressive. Well, maybe now I won't. I'm going to Swords this. And if they counter it, then I get to untap and ending it. And if they don't, then I get to Expressive. And they moved pretty quickly through that. Wow. No lands or 1-drops. That's like a very, very low percentage chance. So it's just like, what do I not want to draw for the rest of the game? I think it's the dress down. Sword will be good later. Yeah, lands and 1-drops comprise like, 66% of my deck, so that's a little awkward. But it's fine. The card, I suppose, is balanced a little bit by the fact that it has a fail rate. issue is I don't have an instant in the graveyard right now. It's a really awkward land to draw as well. I mean, I have sword. Like I have swords. That doesn't count. I'm just gonna put Expressive Iteration on top. Just take this nice and slow, nice and steady. I have Snap Swords available. I have Pyroblast. I actually am going to counter this. It feels like they are sitting on a whole bunch of nothing. Also, my red mana is going to be in use next turn, so I kind of want to use it while I can. Sheesh. Okay, so I'll put Brainstorm in hand, put this on bottom, and exile this. I still feel like I'm in good shape. I'm going to Force of Will this Snapcaster Mage. And I'm going to Brainstorm end step. Okay, that's pretty good. I will play the Jace now. So I'm gonna bold priority, Brainstorm, crack the fetch land, get a Plateau. No, I'll get a Tundra. I was thinking if I draw Pyroblast, it's worse, but if I draw Swords to Plowshares, or if I don't draw anything, I want to Brainstorm to potentially dig one card deeper in the like event that I get comboed out. I'm gonna Brainstorm now just while I can. Attacking me, interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna ending this and then Brainstorm with Jace. Blue, red, or white, red, blue. Done. Take you 2 for 1. This is kind of why I've stopped playing Labeled recently. It's just like the control decks just like have so many ways to deal with it, you know? I'm gonna ponder looking for red mana. That counts. And I will start attacking. I don't think they play Dryad Arbor. I think we would have seen it at some point in either of the previous games. Okay. And then next turn I'm gonna Mentor and do Mentor things. Well, I'll Brainstorm first. There's no reason to not. So I'll put these 2 back. I feel like the ending is fine. So white, blue. Now we have double swords or swords plus Pyroblast for like anything they can throw at us. I probably want the land. Put the Snapcaster back. Put this back. And we're gonna win next turn and just cast as many spells as we can. Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then each spell does 3 extra damage, so we need 2 spells. So I'm going to Surgical the Force of Wills. And then I can just Pyroblast anything. Alright, pretty sweet. Cool. Alright, so we are 2-0. I will be right back for round 3. Alright, we are here for the 3rd round. I have won the die roll. Let's get to it. Seems good to me. Keep. I'm actually going to play a fetch land out turn 1 because it would be very nice if I could fetch and Brainstorm at the end of my turn, or at the end of their turn, so that I can set up what's under the Counterbalance, you know, depending on what deck I think they're on. And so having one land that I don't need to fetch is good for that. Now that I've done this, maybe I don't want to Brainstorm at all. But maybe it's just better on a future turn. They used Basic Island. It's possible I just want to look for Basic Island. I feel like they're more likely to be Sneak and Show, but I actually am going to Brainstorm. I was gonna say looking for like a combo card. So I'm gonna go like this. Put a 3 on top. And it also kind of looks like I put a 1 on top, so they might be like hesitant to cantrip on their turn. Nope. Never mind. Got. It's possible they're not Sneak and Show. I just have Sneak and Show vibes based on their turn 1 play. Kind of hard to explain, but it was just like my underlying thought. And if it's something fair and we're going to play a longer game, it's like the difference between maximizing the Brainstorm and doing it there is like, it's not going to be as relevant in like a really long drawn out game, whereas maximizing what you get in a short game is better. It could also be Doomsday. I'm going to let this happen. I don't think they're going to name any of the cards in my hand. Like, they're probably going to name Force Will or Brainstorm. I don't think I like get a name Daze or some shit like that, you know? See, perfect. And I'm gonna do this. Like, if they have a Daze and they want to Daze this, it's okay. Alright, so this in hand, this on bottom, this here. Awkward that we can't use this to ponder, but you know, it's fine. It would be nice to set a 1 on top. Or just to be able to get Mystic Sanctuary on previous or future turn, I should say. So the thing I'm thinking about now is if they lead on Lotus Petal, do I even flip to Counterbalance? Well, I'm happy now that I don't have to worry about that. Let's see. We hit Brainstorm. Oh, that's a really good hit. Again, we have about a 40-ish% chance to blind flip with Counterbalance. 40-ish? No, it's less than that. It's about like 33, 34%. For 1 specifically. Ooh, interesting. They play green in their deck. I wonder what that's for. I was thinking this was Doomsday. It's possible that it's a Larian. I think I just let this resolve. I don't want to... Do I want to Daze it? I don't really want to Daze it. I'm just going to let them get their thing. It's fine. Because I have Force Negation plus Brainstorm next turn. And I can even Brainstorm to put the Force Negation on top if they like, get an Uro or something. Which is like, I feel like they're either getting Uro or Acererak. Or True Name Nemesis. It's a weird one to have in your wish board, but you know what? I don't know. Now we'll see what they do, of course. So I'm going to Brainstorm in response to this Counterbalance trigger, just because I have 3 to put back, and there's very few 3s in the deck in general. Now the question is, do I want to shuffle away the Force Negation in the first place? Oh! Interesting. Alright, I am going to shuffle away the Force Negation. Getting very lucky on our blind flips, obviously. But we did have the hard cast Daze for that, so like, obviously very good, but like not backbreaking. I'm just gonna go 1/1. And I don't want to fetch away these cards just to play the Sentinel out. It's not worth it. And now I understand why. They have a Wish in their deck, enter name. I'm gonna let this resolve. See what they plan on getting. Because if they get something we can Daze, then we can just Daze it. Now the question is, do we want to shuffle away the the endings. Like try and get another blind flip. The 2s are much less. Okay, well that doesn't make any sense because I have the 1 on top still, so I don't know why you're doing that. I am going to shuffle these away though. I'll get a Plateau. I already have enough islands for. Yeah. I'm gonna put the 2 on top. Probably should have played out the other Sentinel. Oh well. This game is beyond over. I can just source this. I can even untap and ending it. I think that's better actually. Just having the instant speed for like anything crazy that might come up. Alright. Woof. Or went out for Counterbalance while we're here. Let's see if they let me draw the card. They let me draw the card. Let's go. So that was a bad play on their part for obvious reasons, because it's like they have the 1 mana to spend. They let me draw the card, and then I had the 1 underneath with the Counterbalance. So yeah, small misstep from the opponent there. Obviously the blind flips off the Counterbalance were pretty important. Or pretty relevant, I should say. I don't know how important they were, but they were certainly relevant. What do I want here? I feel like I just get rid of all the forces and just bring in all the interaction, just because like Pyroblast is good against their deck because they're like a blue deck. Gut Shot because they play X1s. Dress Down can stop them. I'm gonna play EE because it can hit like the Aether Vial and shit. And I think 1 Mentor just to help break through True Name Nemesis. I think I want this too. And what don't I want? Always the problem. I think Flusterstorm is not great. Jace might be a little slow, frankly. I like 1 Surgical just because it's like, they are a graveyard-based combo deck, but they have like the option to go fair pretty easily. I'm gonna trim 1 Sentinel. I think being on the draw gets a little worse, and we just want a bunch of interaction. Like they're a creature-based combo deck, so I think we just want all the interaction. I want to keep this for like Aether Vial and Stoneforge Mystic and things of this nature. I like the sword still because they don't play much in the way of removal. And it can help us push through True Name Nemesis. But yeah, I feel like Force of Will is like just not really where you want to be. They are a Daze deck. Like one thing to keep in mind. I'm gonna keep this. I don't think they play Wasteland. The Gut Shot's obviously really good on the draw. And we have turn 1 Sentinel if we want it. If they go Aether Vial, we might just play turn 1 EE on 1. If they go this, then this is fine. Alright, I'm going to play the Sentinel and then Gut Shot this. Because if they have Daze, they... I draw a card off the Sentinel. Plus I couldn't combo on turn 2. Alright, 1 mana Thalia, putting in work. Obviously, land would be a good draw. Chooses to not shuffle. Interesting. That's a great draw step. It's possible I want to dress down in the end step. I'm gonna Pyroblast this because if I target it with Swords to Plowshares, they mill 3 cards and they might mill Cabal Therapies or Narcomoebas, things of this nature. Right, I'm gonna play this. I think it's worth it. Obviously, we need to hit a land. I think I want the Snapcaster Mage. Just because Snap can do gutshot things. So they need yeah, I just have to Pyroblast this. If they have Daze or Flusterstorm plus another Nomads as the last 2 cards, then I do lose. But I had no outs to that. And they didn't Daze the Expressive, which I think I might have if I were in their shoes, so. They did have Nomads as the last card. I'm gonna ending this because I like using my sorceries at sorcery speed. I don't need to use the swords there, so I can afford to use the less bad card. Now I have the option to snap gutshot something. I could dress down an end step. I don't think I want to do that. Dress down can protect me from True Name Nemesis. If they play True Name and the end step I can dress down and then I can untap and swords it or whatever. And if that doesn't work, then I can just untap and enter your explosives. They did shuffle the library, which is good for me. If they Stoneforge Mystic here, I will flash in the dress down, just so they don't get to find anything off it. Alright, I'm just gonna untap. Land is a good pickup there. I will attack for 1. I don't know if they play any flash creatures. I don't think they do. I can't do anything about this, so obviously it will resolve. But we'll see what they get. Also left green mana, which makes me think maybe Veil of Summer is a card in their hand. It's certainly a card they would play, which is awkward for obvious reasons. That's fine. Yeah, they keep leaving up the green mana, which means I don't really want to snap Pyroblast. I just want to dress down. This way it doesn't name anything when it enters play. So it just enters. So I'm just going to source the Trinium now. Oh, this can enter. This goes away. And then I could snap Iteration. Or I could hold up Snap to like do... I'm gonna snap Iteration. They've gone through 2 Illusionists and 2 Nomads, which is kind of why I feel okay doing this. I'm gonna put Ending in the hand. And then exile the Sentinel. I'm gonna put Gutshot on top of Malambury. That way if they go for the combo... Well, so they have to pay the 1 so I don't draw the Gutshot at this point. But I guess... Okay. Interesting that they... Yeah, so I guess the last card's not a combo piece, or they don't have both of them in exile. I don't know how they're like constructing their sideboard. Like if they have 3 main, 3 main, and like 1 of each in the sideboard. It's possible I should have ending this just to like prevent them from like doing things with all their mana. Like if they have to like cantrip a couple times. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. That's like fine. I can't be too upset about that. So they're gonna get the artifact off this, plus 1 unknown. Jite, sure. Interesting, the Oracle's just in play. I guess that makes sense. I'm just gonna EE on 2 and pop it. And then I think I will ending the Noble. It depends what, depends what I draw, obviously. No reason to Gutshot now, I can just untap into it. Okay, so let me ponder first before I decide what I want to do with my turn, because I already have enough mana to do everything I want. Swords is a really good pickup here. Yeah, so I will lose my Snapcaster. But it's fine, I get to attack for 2. And because I have the swords and the Gutshot, I'm not gonna ending the Noble. If they want to spend their whole turn, well... No, maybe I will just ending it. No, because I want to have an answer for, like, if they draw like exactly True Nemesis, I want to have an answer to it. But otherwise, I'm just gonna give them the mana. Shuko, sure. Right, I will hit this now. Maybe I should have done it last turn. Hard to say. Because it's like, I guess we're like past the point where they can reasonably expect to combo kill me at all. So like... I think there's a land underneath this, so I'm gonna... fetch it away. I suppose if they draw... That's really awkward. I suppose if they draw... Okay. I was gonna say, if they drew the Illusionist, I was in kind of trouble there because they had the Shuko that they could keep equipping to it. So yeah, so maybe that was a bad mistake on my part, but it's just like hard to play around everything there, where it's like if they draw True Name, I want the ending for the Jite. If they draw like a combo piece, I want the swords for the combo creature. Either way, really tight game. I do think I'm probably favored there just because like I have so much removal and like their cards individually like aren't that good, and then I kind of outscale them with Jace Mentor and things of this nature. But yeah, really cool games. Fun to see it play out, and I will be back for the end of set review. All right, welcome back for the end of set review. So we went 3-0 in this set. We beat lands. We beat Bug Midrange with Chain of Smog combo, I'm assuming. We never saw it, but it was there for sure. And then we beat Cephalid Breakfast. So one super fair deck, one, pretty combo-y heavy deck in Cephalid Breakfast, and then one kind of in the middle with the Bug Midrange with like a small combo finish in it as well. I really liked this spread of matches because I think it highlighted how the deck can be good versus fair things and versus unfair things as well, where Counterbalance is just like a generically good card right now with all these, like, all the decks in the meta, the curve is so low because the power creep has like been getting higher and higher with more recent sets, so you kind of have to shrink your curve down lower and lower. And so Counterbalance, I think, is pretty well positioned, especially alongside Sanctuary and like Brainstorm and Snapcaster and Jace and all these things. And then the Esper Sentinels as well were pretty good against like the combo elements where it takes the opponent longer to set up or they have to give you cards. And that combined very well with the 6 Force of Will effects and like the Daze effects and things of this nature. And then also it was kind of nice where it's like Sentinel and Counterbalance kind of work well together, where you can stack the triggers the way you want, where you can kind of manipulate the top of your library with the Sentinels, if your opponent has not enough mana to pay for it. And then also just like these both are kind of tempo-y cards, so they work well together as well. Sentinel, I think, proved its mettle there, just slowing the opponent down, being a good way to, steal tempo in the early game, which allows you to survive longer for your late game to take over. As far as the sideboard is concerned, I really like the way it's constructed. We didn't run into Delver, but I think that just like having so many 1-mana kill spells for all their creatures is a pretty straightforward way to beat Delver, and then the Pyroblasts also answering their sideboard plan is pretty good as well. The Mentor was something I was testing out for this league, and it performed super well. Just having this threat that kind of snowballs out of control really quickly is very nice when you have Counterbalance and a bunch of Force of Wills, and it's really just generically good against decks where maybe your cards aren't lining up as well, or there's like the potential for your cards to not line up as well. Just killing them very quickly is a nice way to close out the game in that way, and just kind of like a fail safe against matchups where you might not be prepared for. Like if you run into like Elves or Death and Taxes, you have some tools, you have removal, but having this other angle of attack is very powerful. I Didn't get to see Sword of Fire and Ice in action in this set at all, but in all of my testing, it's been very good alongside the Sentinels, and so I definitely recommend you at least try it out if you're going to be playing this deck. I think that 2 Counterbalance, 3 Expressive is correct. This card is very good, obviously, but it's also slow and doesn't affect the game state at all, which when you're playing a more control-y style is not what you want. And Counterbalance has just been so good for me in the both in like the games we showed here, but also just in general against like the top tier set of decks. Just having so many ones in your deck in order to blind flip against Delver and Control is really important for protecting these creatures, and then also you can like set up Force of Wills to protect your like bigger stuff later in the game. So yeah, those were the games. I really hope you enjoyed. I have been loving this deck. I think it is very well built to, have favorable matchups against like the top echelon of things that you can run into, and then it also just has like a generically good plan against combo, which is very popular in the league metagame. So it's just like kind of a very all around well built deck, and I've been enjoying it a lot, and I hope you guys take it for a spin. All right, see y'all soon. Bye.